In the sprawling metropolis of ZCity, a place known for its relentless monster attacks and heroic interventions, peace was a fleeting luxury. On this particular day, the city was buzzing with the mundane rhythm of daily life. Shoppers thronged the bustling markets, children played gleefully in the parks, and office workers hurriedly navigated their lunch breaks. The air was filled with laughter and chatter, oblivious to the looming danger that would soon shatter their tranquility. Above the clouds, an ominous fleet of alien warships descended with mechanical precision, their dark silhouettes blotting out the sun. Their arrival was not heralded by peaceful overtures, but by devastation. Advanced alien technology, far surpassing anything Earth had ever encountered, unleashed destruction with calculated efficiency. Buildings crumbled like sandcastles in a storm, roads ignited into fiery rivers, and the cries of terror replaced the cheerful buzz of the city. Humanity seemed utterly defenseless, and the city's defenders were conspicuously absent. Saitama, the indomitable one-punch man, was in the middle of grocery shopping, a task he found annoyingly mundane but necessary. As explosions erupted in the distance, shaking the very ground he stood on, Saitama glanced upward. The reflection of alien ships gleamed on his polished, bald head. With a heavy sigh, he dropped his grocery bags. Another alien invasion? Can't I get a break? He muttered, more annoyed than alarmed. With a single leap, he soared into the chaos, his expression as blank as ever. On the other side of ZCity, Bruce Banner worked diligently in his laboratory, conducting experiments in a race to understand the human condition. The first tremor hit like a warning shot, followed by a cascade of debris that shattered the lab ceiling. Bruce barely had time to react before his body gave in to the inevitable transformation. In a roar that echoed through the ruins, the Hulk emerged, his massive form standing amidst the wreckage. His green skin radiated raw power, and his eyes burned with a primal fury. The invaders had awakened a force they could not hope to control. As the city spiraled into chaos, the two heroes moved independently through the wreckage. Saitama, with his nonchalant punches, turned alien warships into dazzling fireworks that lit the sky. The Hulk, a walking earthquake, smashed through the invaders with unrelenting rage. Every step he took cracked the earth, and every punch he threw sent shockwaves rippling through the city. Despite their overwhelming power, the alien forces' advanced technology enabled them to mount a formidable resistance. The skies roared with the sound of alien drones, their lasers cutting through buildings and streets. Saitama swatted them out of the air like flies, his face betraying a flicker of boredom. "This is getting repetitive," he mumbled, punching a massive alien tank into oblivion. Meanwhile, the Hulk roared, leaping onto a towering alien warship and tearing it apart with his bare hands. The invaders, realizing their colossal error in underestimating Earth's defenders, began a desperate retreat, but it was too late. ZCity's salvation had come in the form of its two unlikely champions. As the last alien ship exploded in a spectacular display, silence descended upon the city. Dust settled over the ruins, and survivors emerged cautiously, their eyes filled with awe and relief. Saitama, ready to return to his grocery shopping, was halted when his path was blocked by the towering figure of the Hulk. The two heroes' eyes met, and the air between them grew heavy with tension. The Hulk's chest heaved with lingering rage, while Saitama stood casually, his hands in his pockets. "Hey, big guy," Saitama said, looking up at the green giant. "Nice work out there, but you're kind of in my way." The Hulk growled in response, his primal instincts interpreting Saitama's indifferent tone as a challenge. Without warning, the Hulk swung a massive fist, the force of which could have flattened a mountain. Saitama, unfazed, caught the punch effortlessly. "Whoa! Take it easy," he said, his tone as casual as if discussing the weather. "Are you trying to start something?" The Hulk roared, his rage intensifying. The battle that followed was a spectacle beyond imagination. The ground beneath their feet shattered as they exchanged blows. The Hulk's punches carried the weight of mountains, each one capable of leveling entire blocks. Saitama dodged and countered with precision, his own punches creating shockwaves that carved craters into the city. Their fight moved through the ruins of ZCity, each clash leaving behind a trail of destruction. The Hulk, growing stronger with every failed attempt to overpower Saitama, became a living embodiment of rage. His muscles bulged, and his aura glowed with an intensity that made the very air around him vibrate. Saitama, for the first time in ages, found himself genuinely exerting effort. "Oh, so you're one of those," Saitama remarked, a flicker of excitement in his usually blank expression. "The angrier you get, the stronger you get. This might actually be fun." The battle escalated into a cosmic clash of raw power and indomitable will. Saitama's speed broke the sound barrier, his movements creating sonic booms that shattered windows miles away. The Hulk, his fury manifesting as pure energy, matched Saitama blow for blow. Each collision of their fists sent shockwaves rippling through the atmosphere, altering the city's geography with craters and chasms. As the fight raged on, both combatants began to push their limits. Saitama unleashed a barrage of punches, each one with the power to reshape landscapes. The Hulk absorbed the onslaught, his body adapting and growing more resilient with every strike. His counterattacks were ferocious, his punches carrying a force that made even Saitama pause. The fight took them to the city's outskirts, where they continued their battle under the open sky. The stars above bore witness to their might as they clashed with a ferocity that seemed to shake the heavens. Saitama, realizing the Hulk's unyielding nature, began to reflect on his own strength. "This guy, he's something else," he thought, a rare sense of admiration creeping into his mind. The Hulk, consumed by rage, saw Saitama not just as an adversary, but as the ultimate test of his strength. Their punches met in an explosion of energy, illuminating the night sky in a blinding flash of light. The earth trembled beneath them, and the very fabric of the battlefield seemed to warp under the pressure of their clash. Deciding to end the fight, Saitama prepared his ultimate move, a punch capable of splitting planets. He stood firm, his fists glowing with an otherworldly energy. "All right, big guy," he said, his tone serious for once. "Let's see if you can handle this." The Hulk, sensing the gravity of the moment, roared with every ounce of his being. His massive fists, glowing with raw energy, met Saitama's punch in a cataclysmic collision. The impact created a shockwave that rippled across the landscape, reshaping the earth and sending tremors felt miles away. When the dust settled, both combatants stood amidst the ruins, battered but unbroken. Saitama, on one knee, looked up at the still-standing Hulk, who began to shrink back into Bruce Banner. Exhausted yet filled with mutual respect, the two warriors exchanged a nod of acknowledgement. "You're something else," Saitama said, standing and dusting himself off. Banner, barely able to stand, replied, "I didn't expect anyone to push me that far."